Bryce Harper, you're in an elevator. Bryce Harper walks in. What are you saying to him?
Are you really Bryce Harper?
Lombardi is probably the best of our trophies.
Stanley Cup trophy is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a little too big though.
Nah, it's kind of cool. It's like a big cup. Like it's so cliche, but that's what makes it good. And then like they
Stanley
pass
Cup.
it around, and
Yeah.
they like post pictures of players doing different things, like drinking beer out of it, eating cereal on it. Like it's kind of cool.
Unsanitary.
Cool. You're telling me that you're the champion of the world and you don't want to eat cereal out of your trophy? That would not be the most
Not
best
if
thing that you will ever do.
10 of my other teammates had also eaten stuff out of it.
Yeah, but they're your teammates and you want it together. Do you
So?
think they care about sanitary? They
Sanitation?
freaking throw beer at each other in the locker rooms.
That's kind of different.
No, it's not.
It's not like
Okay.
some guy...
Welcome to episode
That's
76
very
of
different.
the podcast.
Very different. 76ers episode. Baby.
76ers episode. Parker is not here again, as you can see. Not that Parker's ever in the middle, but
Both sides.
no Parker.
Yeah.
We are sad.
And
But-
it's a 76ers episode, too.
I know. He's
Very
missed
bad
the last
timing.
2 episodes.
He's going to get double
Both
quizzed.
of which have been basketball episodes,
double
haven't they?
quizzed. Well, I mean,
Last week was
episode wasn't
last
really.
week. Yeah, it was because it was
Kind
like
of.
we talked about all the basketball trades and
Yeah,
the
a lot
draft.
of basketball stuff happened, but yeah, you're right. It technically was a basketball episode.
Yes, it was.
We'll call it that.
I need my
Speaking of
microphone, 'cause
Parker-
these are what give us our sound quality. These are what give us our amazing
definitely.
sound quality.
Yeah. Speaking of Parker,
Remember, that's not how you gotta. It's
I
like-
just left it like this. It doesn't really matter. The next time Parker does record with us,
he's getting double quizzed. I feel like whenever.
no, that was not where I was going with that.
But
he
is
will
true.
be getting double quizzed. But the next time Parker records with us, he, at least him, maybe also you, but
He will have his driver's
will
license.
drive here by himself, possibly with Luke in the car as well.
That'll be scary.
Which is weird.
and scary.
That too. But yeah, 1 week from now, hopefully, we will be sitting here and Parker will have just driven without an adult in the car from his
Scary.
house to my house.
Scary Terry.
Yeah, I was talking to his dad about that when I was over at their house when
Really
we were
scary,
recording
Terry.
the video that's
Yeah.
going to come out this Thursday featuring
It was
James.
a funny.
It's going to be an amazing video.
One of my favorite videos that we've gotten to record.
Preview for that. We recorded that and then we were driving back and Parker was driving, obviously. I was like, man, next time you're driving to my house, you probably will just be by yourself. And that was like if he passes his test. So that brings me to how confident are you, as someone, you've driven with Parker more
Yes.
than I have. How confident are you that Parker is passing his test?
100% confident.
Wow. Should we bet on it?
I will bet you $5
What
that Parker
odds would you-
passes his test.
5-1?
What do you mean? Like,
Like you bet, like if, no wait, I said that backwards.
yeah, you did.
5-1 would mean if I bet $1, I win 5, right? No, it's if you bet 5, you win 1.
Or can't we just say whoever wins the bet gets $5 from
We
the other
could
person?
also do that.
You're making this
But
really
that's-
confusing.
I'm
isn't-
trying to make
this
it
isn't
sound
a
like I-
Vegas betting line. This is literally
That's
us
how they
betting
do all
on-
the betting lines, though, isn't it? Something to something.
Or we could
Like
literally
10
just
to
be-
1, 15 to 1.
Yeah, but we're not
1 to
professional
1.
bettors. We're
All
just
right.
betting on whether Parker's gonna pass his test.
1
and he
to
is.
1.
He will pass
But
his
I
test.
feel like I don't want to. I was hoping you would not be confident because you're always the one that doubts Parker.
Yeah, but
My plan going into this was I'm also confident he's
I
going
don't.
to get it.
I don't doubt Parker.
Because it's not that hard to pass
no,
the test.
no.
And he's been doing pretty good.
Yeah, he's a decent driver.
So I don't really feel good about making that bet.
So let's not make a bet. Let's just both say that we think.
All
he's
right,
gonna
we
do
are
it.
both betting $0. What a payoff.
Owen's taking the under that he does not pass
Mm-hmm.
his test.
What? The under? Speaking of not understanding how to talk about betting. Oh, man. So we both think Parker's going to pass his test. So Parker, if you're listening to this or watching this, we believe in you in that phase. So not the payoff we were expecting of
Let's
climax,
talk about
but
the Thursday games because
They were bad.
Thanksgiving was fun and delicious, but the football was not delicious because we watched two
Not.
pretty bad games.
I didn't even watch the first game.
We were waiting.
I did not watch the
waiting
first game.
for one of the probably the best game of the season, Steelers Ravens.
One of the best, yeah.
Definitely one of the best games. First time they played, no one was thinking it was going to be the best game because, well, I mean, it was going to be a good game.
It was a really good game.
But the second time around, when a good team plays a good team, is when people are thinking it's the best.
Also, it was prime time. Thanksgiving.
You know what I just realized this week?
What?
Lamar Jackson is bad because of the Madden curse. He was on the cover of Madden 21.
Yeah, but Mahomes
broke the curse, and
that's
then Lamar
why
brought it back.
Mahomes is the GOAT, because he's the only one to ever break the curse.
He broke the curse, and Lamar brought it back.
Yeah.
So who do you think is
So
going to be
Mahomes is the only one.
Who do you think is going to be on the cover of Madden 22?
I have no idea, man.
My dad suggested Dalvin Cook. I don't know. Potential,
Probably
but I don't...
whoever wins the MVP.
Probably.
Maybe Russ. Has Russ ever been on the cover before?
Well, that's what Parker said. That was probably one of the people that I was thinking, Russ.
Can Mahomes be on the cover again?
Probably not.
Is there a rule against coming back?
There's probably not a rule, but like...
That'd be too close together.
Yeah, definitely. Like, maybe if they put him on the cover of,
like 5 years later.
Yeah, but like, no, I don't think he'll be on the cover again.
If I had to pick, I would say
maybe they'll
Russ,
give it to Ben, Big Ben.
if they win the Super Bowl.
If they win the Super Bowl.
Probably.
Yeah. Or do you think they would give it to someone
that.
younger like Juju or Claypool? Probably not Claypool, but Juju, do you think maybe?
If Juju goes off in the playoffs or something.
Could be.
Maybe Kyler Murray if the Cardinals go on a run.
Do you think they would give it to someone like Josh Allen or D-Hop?
A lot of it really, I think, depends on... There's not like a standout... This guy has been the guy who's been going off.
Like Patrick Mahomes last year.
Yeah. Or Lamar, like Patrick Mahomes the year before, and
Lamar
Lamar last year. Those guys, it was clear, like, this guy is way better than everybody else this year. In 2020, it's been pretty... Like, there's a lot of people doing really well. So I think a lot of it's going to depend on who does the best in the playoffs.
Josh Allen could get it. Josh Allen...
If the Bills do well in the playoffs. If they get out in the first round, we're going to forget it immediately.
Yeah.
So it's just whoever stays on our screen the longest.
I can't see the Bills doing bad. I feel like... Although, I guess their defense is kind of hit or miss.
Nah, their defense is pretty good. Josh Allen is kind of hit or miss in the playoffs. Like if Josh Allen doesn't turn the ball over, they should be in good position.
One of my favorite things that Josh Allen does is he gets the ball, he drops back in the pocket, and he just stands there. He stands absolutely still. That's
and then he
I
sprints
love watching
past your linebackers.
No, I love watching that. He's got so much time back there.
Because their O-line is amazing.
He's got literally so much time that he's able to stand completely still. Whereas if Carson Wentz stood still, he'd get hit so hard, and they probably wouldn't be able to come back in, which would not be a bad thing.
Oh, there goes Luke. Instead of laughing at somebody's injury, rooting for someone to get injured. It just gets worse every week. But yeah, Steelers-Ravens got postponed because multiple Ravens players, including Lamar Jackson, tested positive. And the Steelers were not happy about it. Trace McSorley tested positive?
No. But Trace McSorley is going to play.
He's on the team, but he's the third string. Isn't RG3 ahead of him?
Yeah, but they're going to... We all want to see Trace McSorley. The entire population of the United States wants to see Trace McSorley.
Which is why the Ravens are going to give us RG3. Just to do that. If the Ravens even play, we don't really know.
We want to see Trace McSorley.
If they're going to play on Sunday,
Trace McSorley,
what's happening there? That's probably copyright.
Probably, but it's a great song. It's a great song.
Just picture it in your mind.
Yes. Or pause this episode, go listen to it, and then come back and watch
Make sure you come back, though. Don't get lost in a YouTube rabbit hole.
Yeah. But make sure you listen to it. It's a great song.
How do we... Yeah, Steelers-Ravens was... COVID in the NFL has been weird this year. It looks like we are pretty much 100% heading towards a Week 18 bonus week to try to make up games. Because the Ravens and Steelers both can't afford to miss any more games. Why are you doing that?
The Steelers already lost their bye week. And it got rescheduled to this week,
anything else goes wrong, or like any other games get moved, it's going to...
I feel bad for the Steelers. The Steelers, they are... 10-0 or 11-0?
10-0.
10-0. And they lost their bye, but they did lose their bye week, and they lost their Thanksgiving primetime game. Like, they've lost a lot, and I kind of feel bad for them.
Yeah, but they also haven't lost at all because they're undefeated.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I don't know about that one. I do feel kind of bad for them with they've had to adapt, and they've adapted. Well, they've adapted all right, I would say.
I would say that.
Pretty good at it. Huh?
I don't know. And we will move on to the next segment, which is Parker's picks versus Packley's picks, and I have lost the lead.
Yeah.
For the
I
first
forgot
time
about that. Let me pull that up.
Did Parker ever take the lead last year even? This is the first time Parker's had the lead over me.
I think Parker might have had the lead at some point.
Oh, well, first time this year that Parker's had the lead over me.
The first time in over a calendar year, though, yes.
We will not let this stand for long. Parker's not here to defend himself, but he got lucky.
He did send me his picks, though. So,
I'm so mad about the Detroit game.
Yeah.
Do you want to know why?
Why?
Well, I picked the Texans to win,
both
obviously.
picked the Texans.
Yeah, I know that. But I do like a pick'ems league where basically you pick, and if you win first, you win money, whatever. I accidentally the boxes are so close together that I accidentally clicked the Lions
double check
box.
your work.
No, I accidentally clicked the Lions box instead of the Texans
Luke.
box. Me and one other person were the only people to pick the Lions in that entire league.
Luke.
By accident.
Wow.
By accident.
In our competition, though, you did pick the Texans, as did Parker. But Parker also picked Washington. You picked the Cowboys. So
Cowboys kept it close for a little while, and then
the fourth quarter happened.
Fell apart.
The fourth quarter was bad.
The football team's good in the fourth quarter. That's how they beat us in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Parker is 103, 64 and 1, and you are 102, 65 and 1.
Yes, I am.
The first time that Parker has taken the lead, he's done really well. He's been slowly catching up to you.
Yes, he has.
Very slowly, and he finally
there was a week
overtook you.
In the beginning, we were pretty close. We kept it pretty close. Then there was a week where I had like a 2-game lead,
away.
then a 4-game lead, and then I went back to a 2-game lead.
And then you
tied
I held like 4 weeks in a row.
No, I had a 1-game lead for a few weeks, and then we tied. We've only been tied for like 2 weeks.
No, you guys have tied multiple times.
Oh,
You've definitely... There have
Anyway.
been more than 2 weeks where you guys had 4 games different, and we were like, yeah, this is going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And then you just went 2-2, both of you, and it was very anticlimactic.
No, yeah. It's going to be... I don't know. I feel like this year is going to come down to the wire. I feel like this year it's harder to...
I hope so.
I feel like this year it's harder to predict football games. Like,
Why?
the outcome. I don't know. I feel like there's been a lot more upsets this year. Like, but...
Maybe.
It also could be because of COVID and people not playing and stuff like that. That also kind of messes you up.
Then
Especially,
again, you're both also 100 wins and about 60 losses, so not
bad.
Not
bad.
Terrible,
Not bad.
I would say.
But
yeah, I really hope it comes down to the wire, because last year Parker fell behind by about 5 games or so heading into the playoffs, then he just was forced to pick opposite of you, and it just made him lose by even more.
Yeah.
So
came out of the Super Bowl by like 15 picks.
Yeah.
But it's because we did different scoring in the playoffs.
We
like,
did,
playoffs
but
games
still.
were worth like 2 points, and the Super Bowl was worth like 5 points or something like that.
I think that's what it was.
Did you make the NFC and AFC divisional championships? Did
I
you
think
make
it
them
was
worth
just like,
more?
they might have been 3.
Yeah.
We can go back and check, or come up with a new scoring system for this year. I don't
But
really
that's
remember,
not really important right now.
They weren't exactly pivotal games, because Parker just picked the opposite of you, and there was... I think the only way he could have beaten you
was if the Niners
was if he... Well, no, even if the Niners had won. It was like he had to pick the NFC Championship game right, AFC Championship game right, Super Bowl right, all opposite of you to win by like 1 or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't the most exciting finish. Let's just say that.
No, not at all. Okay. So,
Yeah.
moving on to our picks.
Let's get into the picks. We've been talking about the picks. Now we can finally
What is the
start.
first game
I have Luke's picks here, so we can do that. Cardinals Patriots.
Whoops, sorry. Cardinals Patriots.
Here, I'll put that.
I have the Cardinals winning this game because
they're better.
They're better than the Patriots. Okay. Go over to Parker's picks. I just took a random picture.
Nice. And then Parker sent me.
I took a pick at the pick.
That was pretty cool. Parker also has the Cardinals winning that game.
Saints Broncos. I have the Saints because the Broncos are bad.
Yep.
Well, they're not bad. They're
Parker,
4-6, better than the Eagles.
They're not good though.
They're not good though.
Yeah, Parker also has the Saints.
Niners, Rams. Both teams. Rams are definitely better, and I picked the Rams because the Niners are not good, but they're mediocre.
Rams on a sudden hot streak.
Yeah,
like we
definitely.
knew they were good, but we didn't know they were this good.
Yeah.
Beat the Buccaneers on Monday night. Parker also has the Rams.
Chiefs, Bucks. I gotta go with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's the Chiefs.
No, tell me this: did Parker stick with his bandwagon team, or did he go with the?
He went with the Chiefs.
Okay.
Because the Chiefs actually, just by the fact that they're not the 1 seed, that they're behind the Steelers, I think makes the Chiefs one of the more underrated teams. Because we've been overlooking them this whole time.
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, Steelers are undefeated, best team in the AFC." It's the Chiefs.
Is the Chiefs going to be?
It's still the Chiefs.
Are the Chiefs going to be another Patriots? Are the Chiefs going to pull off a Patriots rampage and win like 5 straight Super Bowls?
Wouldn't shock me if they win. Yeah, like
Do you think
3
the
of the
Chiefs
next
are going to
5 or
have
something.
the only difference between the Chiefs and the Chiefs and the Patriots is
The
that I
Patriots
actually
were the
like
Chiefs.
the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I like the Chiefs.
Yes.
I will cheer for the Chiefs and be happy when
That's
they win
why
the
it's so
Super
much
Bowl.
better because we like Andy Reid.
Yeah, we
and
like
Patrick
Andy Reid. We
Mahomes.
like Patrick Mahomes. We like Travis Kelce.
This season's been
brother
weird
of our
for me.
infamous. He's famous. Our
No,
famous
infamous
center.
is also kind
infamous.
of
But that means like evil and neurotic.
infamous speech that he had
Oh, okay, whatever.
at the Super Bowl parade.
Well, we like Jason Kelce.
Yes, we
brother
like
of
the
Travis
Kelces, we like the Reeds.
Tyreek Hill is pretty fun. He's fun to watch.
sure. Yeah.
We like the Chiefs. Chiefs are good. I will cheer
I'd
for
rather
the
root
Chiefs
for
in
the
the
Chiefs
Super
than the
Bowl.
Patriots because this
No
season's
one likes
been,
the Patriots. Patriots.
This season's been weird for me because I've kind of been rooting for the Patriots a little bit just because the Bill Belichick, Tom Brady.
Yeah, I
thing.
haven't. I like Cam Newton.
So it's been weird.
Yeah.
But I trust that Bill Belichick is going to
I hate the
rebuild
Patriots,
the Patriots.
less now. Let's
Yes.
just say that for the least.
Yes, I root against the Bucks more than I root
Yes.
against the Patriots.
Okay,
We'll go
Bears,
with that.
Packers. Got the Packers winning this because
Obviously.
the Bears are over.
The Packers always beat the Bears, so
Seahawks, Eagles. As much as I hate to say
yeah,
it,
no chance. It's definitely the Seahawks.
we missed all the 1:00 games.
I know we did it backwards.
Yep.
It's fine.
Whoops. Seahawks, Eagles. As much as I hate to say it, Seahawks are going to absolutely blow the
yeah.
Eagles out of the water, despite the fact that the Eagles have not lost in a primetime game yet.
But those are their only wins.
Exactly, that means they're going to win. But
No.
as much as I hate to say it, the
No,
Seahawks
they're
are
not.
definitely going to win.
Yeah, Parker. Also
Ravens,
has the
Steelers. Best game. I originally had the Ravens winning this game, but since they ruled Lamar out, I am picking the Steelers.
So is Parker. 11-0 for the Steelers.
If the Ravens wouldn't have suffered from their COVID losses, I probably would have picked the Ravens to win that game.
Just because they always split with the Steelers somehow.
And
That rivalry is always
because
50-50.
I feel like the Ravens would be coming back wanting to win more than ever.
That's true.
They'd be coming back
Just
with
want
a
it
burning passion. Okay,
Yeah.
back to the 1:00 games because we decided to skip those.
Yeah,
we got
mix it up.
Raiders,
Keep guys on your
Falcons. Got to go with the Raiders because they're much better than the Falcons.
Yep, Parker also has the Raiders. Falcons haven't been terrible.
No,
Obviously, they've
but-
been unlucky like always, but the Raiders
Yeah.
have been surprisingly pretty good.
Yes. Chargers, Bills. Bills are going to win this because they're good, and Justin Herbert's good, but the Chargers aren't.
Yep, Parker also has the Bills.
Giants, Bills, a pretty...
Giants,
or
Bills?
Giants,
Hold on.
Bengals,
Okay.
sorry. Giants, Bengals, a pretty black game.
Especially with
I
Joe
probably
Burrow.
would have went with the Bengals. Actually, no, I probably wouldn't have went with the Bengals either way. But I like the Giants in this game because the Giants, honestly, I would argue are the best team in the NFC East.
I'd say Washington, but yeah, between the
Between
two
the
of
football
them.
team and Giants, I would give one of them the best team.
That's the most shock. If you were to tell me at the beginning of this season that Luke and I would be sitting here saying, yeah, the best team in the NFC East is either the Giants or the Washington football team, I would have been
like, no.
shocked.
I would have thought it would be the Cowboys.
I said the exact opposite at the beginning of the season.
yeah,
I said the
easily.
NFC East is just going to be two powerhouses, Cowboys and Eagles, and two terrible teams, Giants and the football
and now
team.
they're all terrible, but I have the
Giants and
Giants
Redskins
winning
are-
this
or
game.
football team are
Does
less
Parker,
bad.
Parker with the Giants?
Yeah, Parker also has the Giants.
Browns, Jaguars. As much as I hate to say it, I think the Browns are going to win this game.
Yes, sir. Parker also has the Browns.
And I'm sure he would agree that as much as he hates to say it.
Browns 8-3. Let's go, Cleveland.
Titans, Colts. I like the Titans.
That's a good
I don't know who I
That's
like
a
in this
really
game.
good one. Battle for the
Oh,
first place
man.
in the AFC South.
I originally picked the Titans, but I'm debating now.
Well,
Maybe I should just stick with my gut.
I'll tell
but
you
at the
that
same time,
Parker has the
don't-
Titans.
Okay, so
Parker has the Titans winning that game.
I guess I'll. You know what? When I change my gut, it doesn't help. So I'll stick with the
Well,
Titans.
but no, I thought we said your gut is always wrong.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. My gut has matured.
Has it though?
Yes, it has.
I don't
We'll
know
stick with the
about
Titans
that. I
in
don't
this
think
game
it has.
because I think after last week's loss, they'll come out wanting to win. Dolphins, Jets. Dolphins are going to win this game.
You know
no
the
doubt.
Titans won last week, right?
2 weeks ago. Sorry. They had a disappointing loss
great.
2 weeks ago. I don't remember who they played, but they had a disappointing loss
man.
2 weeks ago.
They had a
Who did they play
pretty
last
exciting win last week against the Ravens. Derrick Henry walk-off touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Both teams had exciting wins.
It
The
was
Titans
'cause
with the
I didn't
walk-off.
watch that game last week, and I watched the game 2 weeks ago.
Both teams won on walk-offs last week. The Colts walk-off field goal against Packers, quite a comeback, and the Titans
Rodrigo
walk-off against
Blankenship. That screwed me
the
over. I
Ravens.
needed the Packers to win that game.
Ooh, well,
But that's okay.
the guy in the glasses crushed you.
guy in the
What is it
glass-
with kickers ending you?
I don't know.
Colts kickers, too, specifically. It's
Adam
the Colts
Vinatieri
kickers.
and then Rodrigo Blankenship.
That's fantastic. Are there any other games?
Dolphins, Jets.
Oh, alright.
Dolphins, obviously.
Yeah, we
the
don't
Jets
need
are
much
going
analysis on
0-16
that.
this season.
Tank for Trevor.
I don't think they tried tanking. I think it just happened.
I think they got some momentum going. At this point, they're tanking. Like,
this-
they've given
yeah.
up at this
Oh
point.
gosh, yeah. If you're 0-10.
Easily, yeah.
Panthers, Vikings. I had the Vikings winning this game. Neither team are that great, but I think Kirk Cousins is going to do good this week and throw 50 million touchdowns to Justin
Whoa,
Jefferson.
we're not at superficial storylines yet.
Sorry.
Luke.
Sorry.
Parker
Sorry.
also has the Vikings. So, way to be
And-
boring and pick the
Exact-
Titans instead of the Colts so that your picks are exactly the same. But it's fine. We had one different this week, but
You know what?
now there's
I'll
no
go
way
with
you
the-
can make up the
Can
deficit.
I change it to the Colts?
Yup.
I will change it to the Colts.
There
Make it
we
a little
go.
interesting.
Luke will either tie it up this week or Parker will
I
have
will
a
change it to the Colts.
game.
Rodrigo Blankenship is going to kick another walk-off field goal.
Superficial storyline.
Oh yeah, that's my storyline. Superficial storyline. Rodrigo.
Wait, what did you just say?
Superficial storyline. Rodrigo Blankenship, best kicker in the NFL, plays for the Colts.
Yeah.
2 in a row walk-off field goals. That's my superficial storyline for the week.
My superficial storyline is that the Chiefs are going to have a statement game and remind us that they're the best team in the league. They're going to blow out the Bucks, who are currently stumbling. Visual here. The Bucks are stumbling, right?
They tripped over
They're
a
trying
log.
to regain. Yeah, they tripped over a ram. They're trying to regain their balance, and the Chiefs are just going to shove them flat on their face into the mud.
And then
They're gonna blow them out.
Who plays them next?
17-point win for the Chiefs. 17 points. They will crush the Buccaneers, really rub it in. Mahomes will
And then
throw it in
next
Brady's
week,
face.
while they're face down in the mud and they can't see, the Vikings are going to squabble them.
Squabble.
And they're going to be buried for the Falcons to come over here and pick at them,
I-
and pick
no,
at their bones.
no.
And then the Lions are going to come over there and eat all their meat, and then the Falcons are going to eat what's left.
Those are their last 4 games, if you guys didn't pick up on that. Vikings, Falcons,
Falcons,
Lions, Falcons.
Falcons.
So that should be 4 wins.
That should be 4 wins.
So if the Buccaneers lose against the Chiefs, they're 7-5, win those 4, 11-5.
That's
Still a
not
good
bad.
season.
Eagles are going to go 11-5.
Still a bit. That's literally impossible.
If you believe, nothing's impossible.
Nope, that's still impossible. You know what's not impossible?
J.T. Graybill's plumbing.
Yes, it's not impossible.
It's
Yeah.
impossible to have bad plumbing when you have the access to J.G. Graybill.
Let's go with that one.
J.G. Graybill is your family-owned and operated company, and they do all your plumbing needs from hydronic heating to fixing a broken pipe. I know I say that every week, but it's true. They will fix everything plumbing-related in your
It's
house.
still true every week.
If
That's
you want to
why.
know what all they can do, you can go to www.jggraybill.com, or you can call them at 717-768-3276. And when you place your order, make sure you mention All Sports All the Time to receive $25 off your entire purchase from J.G. Graybill Plumbing.
Real quick before we jump back into regular podcast stuff, thank you guys so much for voting on all of our Instagram polls. We've been doing a series, in case you guys hadn't noticed.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty hard not to. Follow us on Instagram at All Sports All the Time.
We're averaging like 30 votes per thing.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
It's been really exciting. We are doing a series, Which Sport is Harder? And we will eventually find out which sport is the hardest. We are, I think, 3/4 of the way through our bracket. Parker
First
made a
round,
bracket of
yeah.
128 sports.
Which means that there is 64,
Four.
and we're on part 48?
44.
44. So yeah, we're getting close. We got about 20 more polls, which
We're
is about.
slowly getting there.
I think that's probably about 10 more days.
Yeah. Yeah, we put out about 2 a day, sometimes
So-
3 if we're feeling a little crazy.
But yeah, it's
the last
gonna get
2
good. Comment down below of the sports that have been out so far. Which do you
Knockdown,
think
yeah.
is the hardest? Comment down below.
Losers bracket type of deal.
No,
Of the ones that have been knocked out, which one is the hardest?
no, just in general. Which
Yeah.
one? Oh yeah, it could be one that got knocked out. It doesn't matter. In
Oh,
general,
okay.
which one
Any
do you
of
guys
them.
think is the absolute hardest
Okay,
sport?
okay.
Whether it's on there or not, you guys list below. Comment down
Yeah.
below. I don't care. Just comment down below what you think is the absolute hardest sport on the face of the earth.
The polls this week, we had lacrosse and motorboating. 20 votes for lacrosse, 8 for motorboating. I believe you voted for motorboating, Luke.
I did.
Why do you think that that's harder than lacrosse?
Because they're probably both hard, but I feel like controlling a boat and boating is got to be a little more difficult than running around with a stick and chucking a ball. But I can't talk. I don't play lacrosse. I'm sure it is a very difficult sport. I used to play lacrosse.
Oh, did we get another? We heard the stories about when you used to play basketball. You got any good stories when you used to play lacrosse?
I was really young. I never played on an actual team. It was like one of those camp things that kids do when they're young.
I feel like you'd be pretty good at lacrosse, though. You could run some people over.
Oh, I'm sure I would have been good at it if I actually stuck with it. I
Mm-hmm.
just never played again, though.
That was a great story.
Yeah.
I could have been good at it, but I just never did.
There's a lot
anything,
of sports I feel like
so-
I could have been good at.
Like
if I stuck with-
basketball.
Basketball. I'm sure I could have been good at football if I actually would have played football.
Oh, definitely. Basketball, I'm not so sure about. But definitely lacrosse.
Okay, well, if I would have played basketball
football.
from a young age and practiced, I could have been good at it.
If you
Really, there's like,
if you went 1-on-1 against Parker every day, you would definitely be a lot better.
oh, I'm sure I would, but I don't
Shaq
do
like
that
dominance.
because, yeah.
Also with the free throws.
Did anyone else watch Charles Barkley play golf? That was pretty painful.
No, he did really well.
Yeah, but his swing.
Yeah, but his swing was better than it has been
Yeah,
previously.
I know, but it was still painful.
The bar is so low for Charles Barkley that in the
Can we-
Capital One match
yeah.
they had, he exceeded expectations by being mediocre.
Yeah.
That's
Did
really
anyone
what he
else
did
see
there.
what Peyton Manning gave him at the beginning of the game?
No.
So Peyton Manning
not see
gave
this.
him this bag and said it was from Tiger.
Oh no.
And in it was an orange vest for when he got lost in the desert from how far away he hit his ball from the actual course.
Nice.
He got an air horn to signal where he was.
Okay.
And I don't remember, it was something
Wow.
else. It might have been an orange hat or something else like bright orange so that
He'd stand
so
out.
that the bears don't eat him or something.
Or-
Because it's like bear season.
Or so that he
something.
looks like a tiger, because it was from Tiger.
Yeah.
You couldn't even
But-
give me a courtesy laugh on that.
No.
Just ha ha ha. Yeah,
That
that was a
my
bad
first
one.
laugh. Also, Steph's shirt was pretty
It was nice.
awesome. Steph's shirt
Steph's
was
swing was pretty awesome.
Steph is really good at golf.
Yeah,
Like Steph is really good at golf.
he's all right.
For a non-professional golfer, he's pretty good.
Mm. Parker and Steph, actually, now that I think about it, both people who are very good at basketball and also almost as good at golf as they are at basketball.
Yes.
The
Parker
similarities.
and Steph are one and the same person.
Wow. No, not really.
Yeah, they're exactly the same actually.
Sure.
There's no difference between
Let's
them.
go with that. I have another question about the polls. Our second one was pool versus squash.
What is
Pool-
squash?
I was gonna ask you what squash is. So
Why? Because I voted for
that
it.
goes really well. Yeah.
I voted for squash because
You
one, I
voted
didn't
for it
know
not
what it-
knowing what it was.
Yeah, and I'm pretty good at pool, so for me, pool's not that hard.
Okay, you didn't have to brag about it, but you know.
What is squash? Let's look that
Yeah,
up.
I'm
I'm really
have no
curious
idea what
as to
squash is.
squash
It's pretty close. It's 16-9. So unless other people did what you did, they know that squash is kind of a difficult sport. Let's see.
Squash is a racket and ball sport. Oh,
Played
wait,
by
so
two
it's,
players.
it's basically racquetball, but on the same side. Okay.
Oh,
well,
those
that's-
people are against each other?
Yeah.
That's weird. So you play against
So
each other, but you're on the
that
same
actually
side.
seems really difficult.
So it's like wall ball.
It's kinda like
but with
wall
a
ball.
racket.
And a ball, and they probably hit it really hard. That does seem.
Yeah, but
Is
like the
racquetball and
professional
squash the same thing? As far as rules go, the most important difference between racquetball and squash is that the ceiling is out of bounds, and in squash, but in racquetball, but
Who's
not in
hitting it
racquetball.
straight up.
So in racquetball, you can hit it off the ceiling and it counts, but in squash, the ceiling is out. Okay.
Huh.
Or squash seems a lot harder than
Interesting.
racquetball.
No.
Or no, squash
A lo-
seems a lot harder than pool.
No, because pool. Okay, pool professional pool players,
Oh,
the shots that they can hit.
I could never be a professional pool
are
player.
ridiculous.
But just like playing pool with friends and stuff, I win a lot of the time. I'm pretty good
I was
at pool.
thinking like the highest level of pool. When you are a professional pool player, the types of like they do not mess up.
Yeah, they have
it's
to put like
crazy.
spin on the ball, and a lot of time they hit shots
hit.
for defense opposed to offense.
It's
like,
insane.
Whenever I play pool with friends, it's always offense trying to make as many as you can. When they do it, they make the ball in, but then they spin it just right so that the cue ball lands in the right position so that the other team can't hit it.
Yeah,
and then they make an insane bounce shot or something like that.
That was why I went with pool. Because the
that
highest level
really does not matter because
it kind of does matter though.
Both sports are challenging. Me and Owen have different opinions. That is okay.
No, it's not okay.
Owen,
we must always disagree on everything.
Okay.
All the time. Sports talk. Our last segment is 2 nicknames and a lie. But before we get to that, that's called a teaser. I went on a hunt. I'm gonna steal this real quick. I went on a hunt to find out if there is any other example of a scenario similar to what has happened with the Philadelphia Eagles, where they have a coach that took the team to a Super Bowl and won, or just really just like hiring a coach and he's really good, and drafting a quarterback and he's really good, and then both of them just completely falling off a cliff at the same time. And I haven't found a quarterback and coach together that have fallen off a cliff like this after starting off so well simultaneously, but I've found separate scenarios. Quarterbacks, Tim Tebow was an example. His first year, they had a bunch of miracle wins. He wasn't amazing, but he was just really good. They kept winning.
My dad met Tim
And then
Tebow.
he really quickly fell off. Wait, really?
Yeah.
When?
We met him in an elevator. One time, my parents were staying at a hotel, and they got in the elevator, and then they went down a floor and it stopped because like they were picking up someone else, and Tim Tebow walked in.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think.
We'll have to have him on and ask him about it.
Yeah, I'll talk to him about it, but I don't know if they held a conversation or if he just said,
Hey, Tim. What's up?
I don't know if it was that casual, because, if you are in an elevator with Tim Tebow,
hey,
just go,
Tim.
hey, Tim, what's up?
How's life?
I mean...
That's a question. If Tim Tebow walks into, or no, for you, Bryce Harper, you're in an elevator, Bryce Harper walks in, what are you saying to him?
Are you really Bryce Harper?
That's solid. Yeah, because that gives a little bit of leeway.
And then I ask for pictures.
Suppose he says yes.
I ask for a picture and ask for him to sign my shirt.
There you go.
Even if I'm not wearing a Philly shirt.
I was going to say, what if you're going to like a business meeting?
He will sign the back of my button-down shirt and I will frame it.
There you go.
That's a plan. I could care less what shirt I'm wearing. I'll go to that business meeting shirtless if it comes down to it.
Wow.
Or I'll stop on the way to that business meeting and buy a new shirt.
Or have like a jacket. Sport jacket. That would work too.
Well, yeah, but like you need a shirt under the jacket.
Yeah. What if neither of you has a Sharpie? You're just gonna have to settle for the selfie. I guess.
Anything, like a selfie, any sharp or any
selfie
writing
would still be
utensil, a pen, pencil,
a pencil signature on your shirt from Bryce Harper. That'd be nice.
Or maybe I'll just have him we'll get like a wire and he can burn it into my skin or something like that.
Oh, that got painful real quick. But the best example of a quarterback falling off to the degree that Carson Wentz has is Josh Freeman. So to compare them, Carson Wentz had an MVP campaign his second year. If this is his trajectory,
torn ACL.
He tore his ACL week 14. He was going to win the MVP if that hadn't happened. Eagles go on to win the Super Bowl. So the next year, we're like, okay, we know Carson Wentz is good, and we know Doug Peterson is great, because he just coached a team with a backup quarterback to a Super Bowl. Locked in. We're going to have this trio of Howie Roseman, Doug Peterson, Carson Wentz for the next 15 years. Right?
Yes.
We've got a new coach. He's young for a coach. Young quarterback. Young GM. This is going to be great. And then 2018, injuries. We were all right. Some questions about Carson. Last year, we've never questioned Doug Peterson, really. Last year, Doug Peterson, again, does a great job pulling the team together. Carson also helps. They go on this crazy run at the end of the year, make the playoffs with no help around them, elevating Carson's case. And then the draft, 2020, comes. We start to question Howie with a bunch of weird draft moves, Jalen Reagor, Jalen Hurts. Season starts, Carson is awful. Doug Peterson,
Horrible.
Also awful.
Can't make a play call to save his life.
So I'm really confused about 2020, all three of them just falling off a cliff.
You know what I think?
It's very strange.
I'm not defending any of them in any way, shape, or form. Doug Peterson could be a good head coach if he gets us an offensive coordinator. He can't be head coach and offensive coordinator. If you want to be an offensive coordinator that bad, then hire someone else to be your head coach and demote yourself or whatever you want to do.
But don't be the offensive coordinator. I like him he seems like he does a really good job leading the team.
Yeah, no,
but
he
his
seems like
play
a good
calling
leader,
is
but he
awful.
can't play call to save his life. After that Super Bowl season, and even
bad.
the year after, even the year following the Super Bowl season, he just can't make a play call to save his life.
And it doesn't help that his quarterback is turning the ball over at record rates. So it's kind of on both of them. And then again, Howie Roseman with weird drafting stuff. So I don't know. I was unable to find a situation where they all simultaneously fell off a cliff in the same year. But Josh Freeman was the best quarterback example I could find. The Buccaneers drafted him in the first round in 2009, 17th pick. His second year, like Wentz, he went off 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns. They also had Doug Martin. Remember Doug Martin? He was insane for like 2 years. That was around that same time. So they went into 2012 feeling like we did in 2018 through 2020. Like, all right, we're set. We've got this good quarterback. We're going to be good. And then everything came crashing. This is from the website that I found describing it. Quote, everything came crashing down early in the 2013 season. After a couple of miserable performances, Freeman was benched for a rookie named Mike Glennon and never recaptured his starting role. So if this follows that same course, of course Carson hasn't been benched. We don't know why.
He has no intention of benching him.
No idea
why.
That's
because he's a bad coach with a bad quarterback.
But the similarities.
Is Howie able to overrule Doug and who he plays?
He's not, but Jeffrey Lurie is the owner.
Yeah, so he's able to.
There have been reports that if the Eagles don't make the playoffs, which at this point we're actually rooting for them not to, just to get a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna get fired.
Who do you want? Oh yeah, easily. Who do you want the Eagles to draft if they get a top 10 pick? Well, not a specific person.
Obviously,
what position?
A quarterback.
You want them to draft a quarterback?
Yes.
I would say we do need a quarterback.
It hurts me.
We also need to draft another offensive lineman.
Yes.
A good offensive lineman.
Yeah.
That doesn't get injured every day.
Carson Wentz was not only a very good player, but one of the greatest things about this Eagles team that had me super excited is that they're all like really good people too.
Yeah.
It's like Doug Peterson, Carson Wentz, they're both really good guys. Zach Ertz.
They're all
but they're also
down-to-earth
amazing
people.
Players and good at their job. And so I was like, this is awesome. Like, this is a team that I want to root for. Like, sometimes with football, like with the Chiefs, they've got like Tyreek Hill, questionable like background, that type of stuff. Like, oftentimes there's players like that on a team where it's like you root for the team, but in the back of your head you're like, these probably aren't the best people. The Eagles were not that. Like, they were a really great team with a bunch of great people, and I was like, yes, this is perfect. And now they're all bad, and so I don't want to get rid of them, but they're also bad.
Like, knew Zach Ertz, like, used to be neighbors with him and stuff.
Oh, how do you have all these connections, man? Jeez.
Used to be, though, sadly.
Well, still.
And they said that Zach Ertz was, like, the most down-to-earth guy you would ever meet. Just like a casual neighbor, not as if he was any NFL player or anything. Just like a casual neighbor. Like, you could walk down the hallway and see him and be like, "Hey, Zach, how you doing?" He'd be like, "Good, how are you?" And then just continue with your day. Like,
walk down the hallway and see your neighbor?
An apartment complex.
Ah, okay. I was a little confused.
High-end apartment complex.
I was going to say, because I pictured Zach Ertz living in, I guess it would be an apartment. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Very high-end.
Well, obviously, it's Zach Ertz. But yeah,
and it was in Philly. Maybe it's a house somewhere else, but it was an apartment complex in Philly.
I don't want to get... The personal side of me does not want to get rid of Carson and Doug. But the business side is like, well, they've both been garbage this year.
What I want to see...
So...
What I haven't, as an Eagles fan, that's sat down and watched every game. I have not... I want to see... And I was just hoping this would be Carson. I want to see good franchise quarterback press.
Oh, obviously.
Like Patrick Mahomes.
Every team wants that.
I know, and
that's
I want
to
be able. I know, but like, I just want to be able to sit down and watch the same quarterback do good year after year.
I thought we had that.
I thought we did too.
And
watching Carson that first year was the most fun I ever had watching the Eagles as an Eagles fan.
And it's even more fun knowing that you have your quarterback. You don't have to worry about the next 10 years because this doesn't happen. Quarterbacks don't drop off like this, at least not to this extent.
The Eagles will be good
to this
eventually.
degree.
In our lifetime, they will be good eventually.
That's a great way to look at it. I really hope so.
I don't care if I'm 50 years old. The Eagles will be good. Actually, I would hate for the Eagles to be bad.
That'd be a
40
long
years.
time to wait. Oh, man. But yeah, Josh Freeman was the closest quarterback comparison. The closest coach comparison, I could find a coach who broke into the league first year, was really good, took everybody by surprise, great first season with the team, was the guy that Doug Peterson replaced, Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly.
Broke into the league, fast-paced offense, hurry up. Everybody was like, whoa, this is unstoppable. They're so fast. Went to the playoffs with Nick Foles his first year, and then just terrible after that. So yeah, the last two Eagles coaches started off real hot and cooled off real quick. Now, Doug Peterson started off hotter than Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly just made it to the playoffs. Doug Peterson literally won a Super Bowl. A little bit more impressive, but still, that's kind of depressing that our last two coaches got our hopes way up, only to have them come crashing down. Kind of the same with the quarterback. Whoa, wait, okay, hold up here. Last two Eagles quarterbacks we felt really good about. Nick Foles, he threw 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions his rookie year, and then ended up not being that good.
Until the Super Bowl season.
Same with Chip Kelly. Yeah, well, yeah. But we brought him back. That was part 2.
Yeah.
And then, same with Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz.
So basically,
is this a pattern?
We just need to fire Howie. It's Howie and his draft
Howie
choices.
wasn't the GM, though. Because, Howie became the GM.
Okay, I guess you're right.
And then he hired Chip Kelly, and then they had, like, a power struggle, and Chip Kelly won. And Chip Kelly was the one who made, like, the decision to trade Nick Foles and, get rid of Deshaun and LaShawn. And those moves were Chip Kelly. So, let's put it this way. We're going to rank these. I think Parker and I have done this before at lunch. Doug Peterson, Carson Wentz, Howie Roseman.
Are we talking about who we're firing in what order?
Yes. In the order of one being most, like, deserving of being, like, should be fired the most. You can't fire somebody more, but, like, yeah, the most worthy of being fired. 3 is the least, then 2, and then 1 is the most. I would say 3, Howie Roseman.
Yeah, I would give Howie 3.
Like, he hasn't been great, but he has more
2,
track record.
I would give Carson Wentz.
Man, I don't know between Doug and Carson.
I feel like
it's very difficult.
I know, it is difficult.
It's
I say
pretty much 50-50.
I feel like we need to fire Doug, like, number 1, just because I feel like, yes, Carson Wentz is, excuse me. I feel like, yes, Carson Wentz is
getting choked up
bad.
about this decision.
Yes, he is bad. But I feel like with a better coach and a better offensive coordinator, he could do better. Mm-hmm. And yes, it does come down to skill and ability as well. But I feel like some of the play calls are leading him to these bad scenarios and situations. Yeah. And so that's why I feel like we need to fire Doug number 1 and then Carson and then Howie.
I think I go Howie 3. I think I go Doug 2 and then Carson 1. Man, at this point, to be honest, I kind of want to get rid of Doug and Carson. But if I had to pick one, I think it'd be Carson because you've seen Doug do stuff with this team with nothing. Whereas Carson, you've seen him do amazing things. But some of the stuff he does is just like blows my mind how bad it is.
But if you fire Doug first and hire a new coach, maybe this new coach will have some sense to bench Carson Wentz, and we don't need to fire him right away.
I mean, I would hope so, but the way I'm looking at this is who do I think it's easier? Who do I think is more likely to be able to turn it around? I think it's easier for Doug to get back to turn it around than I think it is for Carson to turn it around. Like I think Carson is a little too far gone. At this point, there's just something, I don't know what it is.
The question is, he's still young. Do you think his quarterbacking is over, or do you think he's going to go to another team to become a backup? Or do you think he's going to go to another team to become a starter?
He's not done. He'll probably have to be a backup. I did see a great point.
What if we trade him to the Jets for Trevor Lawrence?
That's not going to happen. There's no way. I did see a great point that somebody made. I forget where I saw that. That he could go to the Colts, reunite with Frank Reich. And I was
then he's going to be really good because anytime a player leaves the Eagles, they are good.
To go to Frank Reich.
Or just to leave the Eagles, they're good.
Yeah, that too. But I saw that and I was like, whoa, yeah, Carson Wentz and Frank Reich, that was the best combo. And the Colts have Phillip Rivers, and he's going to be gone probably after this year or next. That would time out with Carson's extension running out in 2 years if Phillip Rivers leaves.
Yeah.
I could see
or
that
has
happening.
a heart attack on the field.
Whoa, jeez.
Remember, I had a heart attack on the field.
Man,
Remember
yes,
in our
in
football
the video,
Yes,
I remember
I had
that.
a heart attack.
Yes, Old Man Rivers.
Old Man Rivers.
Was it a heart attack? You
I
just
don't
kind of
know.
collapsed.
I just kind of collapsed.
You guys got to watch that video.
Yeah,
If you
great
haven't.
video, great video. Okay,
We went off on an Eagles tangent.
I think it's time to move on.
It's a really fascinating scenario. I'll say that. It is fascinating what has happened with this
but
team.
time to move on. Oh, and you said quickly before we move on to our next segment, and that quickly turned into 15 minutes.
Real quick.
But moving on to our final segment, the weird name game. Nope, the 2 nicknames and a lie.
It's been a while since we should bring back the weird name game at some point.
I don't know.
That was a fun game.
We used a lot of them though.
We did.
It was
We've been
it was
using a
getting
lot of
difficult to
nicknames.
find.
We'll find out. We'll see as it goes. Do you
Okay,
want to go first or should
I would love to go first, and I did Ben Simmons. And since it's
76ers.
76ers week, I
Yep.
did a 76er.
Same.
We've got Benny, Ben Cinnamon, and Big Ben.
Ben Cinnamon. That's not a nickname that's listed on there, but it really should be.
It should.
It's not Ben Cinnamon.
It's not.
That's really good. That's one of the better nicknames that have been invented by us.
He's also got Fresh Prince,
Ben Cinnamon.
Peacemaker, The Yank, and The Wizard of Oz.
The Yank. Okay, that's weird. My 76ers player, I went a little bit more on the older end. Julius Erving. Do you know who that is?
No.
Come on, man. Dr. Dre.
I know who that is. Kind of. I've heard that before.
Wait, I said Dr. Dre. Dr. J. That okay.
Maybe that's what I heard.
It was-
I don't know.
Not Dr. Dre, different person. Dr. J is Julius
I don't know.
Erving's main nickname.
Okay.
That everybody knows.
Okay. Yeah, I totally know that.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Because every Philadelphia fan ever, and even non-Philadelphia fans, would know that Julius Erving is Dr. J.
Yes, but what if this Philadelphia fan
Clearly.
doesn't pay attention to basketball?
Anyway, Dr. J is his most known nickname,
Yes.
but there are, I think, 8 listed
Wow.
here. So, we've got the Doctor,
Okay.
Doc,
Okay.
and Juju. The Doctor, Doc, Juju.
Doc is a fake.
Nope, Doc is real, Juju is fake.
Oh, really?
Yep, so his listed nickname's Dr. J, which I'm... How did you not know his nickname is? Anyway, Dr. J, the Doctor, JW, the Claw, which is Kawhi Leonard's nickname, so I guess he had it first. Black Moses, Houdini, Little Hawk, Doc, and Julie. Also, I don't know why they called him Little Hawk, because he was 6'7", but...
Okay.
I don't know, they didn't get very creative with 3 of his nicknames. Dr. J, the Doctor, and Doc. Like, they really were hitting the Doc and Doctor nicknames. They could not come up with anything else back then. I don't know why, but we might need to bring your dad on next week just to get his react. Okay, actually, no, we won't have him on. I need you to have your dad listen to the podcast. Like, start it at the beginning of the weird name. Whoa, I did it too. 2 nicknames and a lie. I need you to record him as he listens to you not know who Julius Erving is.
Okay. We can ask him today at the football game.
I need to see his reaction.
Sneak peek to a video coming up in a few weeks. Great video.
Yeah. Also in our kicking video, again, if you haven't watched that, go watch
great
that.
video.
Chris Titter, whose team we'll be facing off against, he dropped a little bit of a sneak peek saying, "We'll see if you can kick that well on Saturday."
Yeah.
You guys don't know what. You
guys
don't know what's happening
coming,
on Saturday.
But you guys are going to love it.
It's
It's going
gonna
to
be
be our
awesome.
best video that has come out. I will argue that it'll be one of our best
Not
videos.
to set the bar too high or anything.
No, not at all.
But yeah, I need to see your dad's reaction when he finds out that his oldest son, his firstborn, does not know who Julius Erving is. It's gonna be fun to see.
Was he good?
Yes, he was good,
Okay,
man. If he wasn't good, I wouldn't know who he was.
Well, I assume he was good, but...
I wasn't alive when he played. It'd be weird if I knew about a guy who was bad to
Is
mediocre.
he alive right now?
I think so. I don't think he died. I hope not. Let's see. This is great podcast content. Good audio. Yeah. He's still alive. He married somebody named Turquoise. That's kind of funny. Oh, look, when you search just Julius Erving, not in Basketball Reference where I go for nicknames, Wikipedia lists his nicknames as Dr. J and Dr. J.
Just
2 nicknames, Dr. J and Dr. J. Spelled the same. It's not like one's abbreviated. It's Dr. J and Dr. J.
I wonder if I
Don't
used
know how that
Wikipedia for
happened.
nicknames and I searched up Julius Erving, and I did Dr. J,
Dr. J.
and Dr. J.
Dr. J.
Oh, well, then you would get it right.
Yeah.
But if I spelled J as in J-A-Y, what if I spelled it Dr. J-A-Y?
Well, I would know, because I know that his nickname is Dr. J.
Yeah, but what if I didn't tell you?
Oh, then I might be wrong. That was a weird conversation.
That was really weird.
Yeah. You know what's not weird? J.G. Grable Plumbing. It's not weird. It's amazing.
It is amazing. It's the most amazing thing you will ever set your eyes on.
It's the most amazing thing you'll ever set your face on.
Eyes.
What? Lay eyes on.
Oh yeah, that's. What
Why
I was
is that a
looking for.
phrase? You don't lay your eyes on anything. Yeah, you can't like place your eyes on. I don't know. That took a weird turn.
J.G. Graybill is not weird though.
Plumbing. They're not weird. They are amazing.
3276.
Local
Is that right?
quality workmanship. 717-768-3276, and that's
I got it right. I finally memorized it.
There's 2 76s in that phone number. 717-768-3276. And this is episode 76. See you guys later.
Episode.